What happens when royalty walks into a studio expecting soft questions and leaves in flames? Morning television has seen tense interviews, awkward silences, and dramatic walkouts before, but nothing like this. Prince Harry's clash with Lara Spencer wasn't just an interview, 'twas a collision of pride, truth, and ego that tore through the calm veneer of Good Morning America. The studio that morning buzzed with a strange electricity, half anticipation, half dread. Even the most seasoned producers found themselves double-checking their notes and headsets. The day's guest wasn't a pop star or an actor plugging a movie. He was a man who carried with him centuries of legacy and years of controversy. Prince Harry. As the camera panned, Harry entered from the wings in a tailored charcoal suit, his shirt collar open, no tie. His face wore a carefully curated coolness, mix of distance and media training. He gave the audience a small wave, then clasped Lara's hand with a politeness that bordered on cold. "Good morning, Prince Harry," Lara said with her signature poise. "Morning," he replied, adjusting his lapel as he sat. "And please, just Harry. I've retired from the whole Your Royal Highness thing." Lara chuckled politely. "Fair enough. Just Harry it is." She leaned forward. "Let's start simple. How's life in California treating you?" Harry smiled slowly. "Sunny, quiet, better than cold palaces and colder shoulders." The audience chuckled, but Lara's smile didn't reach her eyes. "Speaking of shoulders," she said smoothly, "let's talk about carrying legacy. You were born into one of the most famous families in modern history. Do you ever miss being a part of that system? Miss it?" Harry shrugged. "No, I escaped it." "Escaped?" Lara echoed, raising her brows. "That's a strong word." "Not strong enough," Harry shot back. "People think it's all gold and etiquette. It's not. It's a machine that eats you alive." Lara nodded, but her gaze sharpened. "And yet you've kept the title, the platform, the spotlight. If it was so toxic, why not walk away completely?" Harry's jaw tightened. "I've walked far enough, but not far enough to stop doing interviews." Lara asked. Harry leaned in. "Would you rather I stay silent? Would you rather I tell my truth on my terms instead of letting tabloids rewrite it?" Lara raised an eyebrow. "Interesting. You say you want privacy, but you've become one of the most public figures in the world. Be your own design." Harry smirked. "Maybe I'm just better at it than they expected." The air grew heavy. Lara pivoted. "Let's talk about your mother. Diana was beloved around the world. Many see echoes of her in the way you speak out. Does that comparison sit well with you?" Harry's face hardened. "My mother isn't your narrative tool." The studio froze. Lara blinked. "I didn't mean you all use her when it's convenient," Harry cut in, voice sharp. "Let her rest." Silence thickened. Lara, steadying herself, shifted again. "All right, let's talk Meghan. How is she?" "She's not here," Harry said flatly. "No, but she's certainly part of your story," Lara pressed. "This interview is about me," Harry interrupted. "If you want her, book her." Lara held his gaze. "Since you're the one here, I'll ask you. Do you believe the criticism around Meghan is about race, personality, or public expectation?" Harry tilted his head. "It's envy. She shines in ways the others never could." Lara's smile vanished. "That's a bold claim." "Truth usually is," Harry replied coolly. "And you're certain it's truth, not projection?" Harry laughed once, coldly. "Journalists love that word. Projection must be hard, staring at someone unafraid to speak his mind." Lara leaned in now, her voice calm but cutting. "So, is reconciliation with your family possible?" Harry smirked. "Only if they beg for it." The audience gasped softly. Lara pressed. "Do you actually expect that?" I expect nothing, Harry said. Darkly. Not from people who gave me nothing. Her tone softened, but her questions sliced deep. Harry, do you ever worry that by defining yourself against your family, you're still letting them define you? No, he said, his voice low and dangerous. I'm writing my own story. But is it a story the world still wants to read? Lara countered. Harry's eyes narrowed. They'll read it. They'll buy it. They already have. Lara inhaled sharply. Maybe it's time to stop acting like the rebel prince and face the truth. You're just a very famous, very rich man with a grudge. The line landed like a hammer. Harry blinked, his composure cracking. I think we're done here, he said tightly, standing. You sure? Lara asked, her voice even. We haven't even gotten to whether you still consider yourself a prince. Harry froze, then spoke quietly. No, not a prince, not your puppet. And with that, he walked off set. The cameras caught Lara turning back with a steady face. We'll be right back after the break, she said. But everyone watching knew the break wasn't just commercial. It was Royland. It had just shattered. Live on national television. The cameras were back on. Lara Spencer sat alone at the Good Morning America desk, sipping calmly from her branded mug. Her expression was unreadable, her posture steady. The audience hushed and restless. Didn't know whether the morning's headline segment had ended in chaos, or if something even bigger was about to break. Then the side door opened. Prince Harry strode back in. His suit jacket was gone, sleeves rolled halfway up, his jaw clenched and eyes burning. He didn't look like a guest returning for small talk. He looked like a fighter stepping into a ring. Lara didn't stand. She didn't smile. Changed your mind? She asked evenly. Harry dropped into his chair with a thud, locking eyes with her. I'm not letting you twist everything I say. Don't twist, Lara replied, setting her mug down. I clarify. Harry chuckled dryly. That's what you call it? Let's get something straight, Harry. Lara said, voice cool. You weren't ambushed. You weren't tricked. You signed up for an interview, not a love letter. Harry leaned forward, anger simmering. And you think you're holding me accountable? Is this your crusade to be the first journalist who finally unmasks the bad royal? I think, Lara said crisply. Someone needed to ask the questions. Everyone else is too scared too. Harry scoffed. The tabloids haven't done enough damage. Maybe I should thank you for insulting me to my face instead of in print. Insulted. Lara's brows lifted. You've called your family toxic. You've accused them of racism. You've published private arguments. And now you're shocked that people wonder if you've taken it too far? I didn't name names, Harry snapped. It's because I still have more dignity than they ever showed me. Or maybe, Lara said, her voice like ice. You kept it vague on purpose. Just enough drama to sell books. Not enough specifics to get sued. Harry's hands tightened on the armrests. You don't know what we've been through. My wife was pushed to the brink of suicide. His voice cracked, but didn't soften. I take that seriously, Lara said firmly. But I also take seriously the damage done when accusations are made without proof. She lived it, Harry shot back. We both did, and so did the people you accused, Lara countered, without ever giving them a chance to respond. Silence gripped the room. They had decades of media control. Harry muttered finally. Now it's our turn. Lara folded her hands. Ta. And how is this any different? You say you escaped a palace built on manipulation. Then you built another one in California and rented out the rooms to Netflix. The audience stirred. Harry let out a bitter laugh. Nice metaphor. Did your producers script that for you? Oh. Lara said calmly. That one came from watching this interview fall apart. Harry leaned back, exasperated. This was supposed to be a conversation, not a courtroom. Then stop acting like you're on trial, Lara shot back, and start acting like someone who can own his choices. Harry spread his arms, defiant. Fine. Ask your next question. Let's see how low you'll go. Lara didn't hesitate. Are you still in contact with your family? No, Harry said curtly. Do you believe they'll ever forgive you? He smirked. They'll need me before I ever need them. Do you ever see yourself returning to the UK in any official or ceremonial role? Harry rolled his eyes. Why would I? So they can trot me out like a zoo exhibit when they need good press. So, to be clear, Lara said flatly, you've cut ties with the monarchy entirely. Harry hesitated. Then, let's just say I've evolved beyond it. That line sparked something in Lara. She leaned in, voice sharp but steady. Harry, you're not royalty anymore. You're a celebrity. You go on morning shows, podcasts, documentaries. You don't carry the weight of tradition. You carry a Netflix contract. Harry's mouth tightened. That's none of your business. It became everyone's business the moment you made your trauma a product, Lara countered. Harry's eyes narrowed. You have no idea what you're talking about, don't I? Lara's tone cut like glass. Here's what I see. A man desperate to be seen as a victim while living like a king. A man who cut the strings of duty, but still calls himself Duke when it suits the moment. That title is mine, Harry barked, voice rising. It was given to me by the Queen, my grandmother. And would she be proud of how you've used it? Lara fired back. Harry froze, visibly struck. Lara pressed on. You dodge every question about her. But let's be honest, she adored you. And in her final years, you repaid that by airing your family's pain to the world. Not in service. In silence, but in spectacle. She wanted me to be happy, Harry insisted. She wanted you to be honorable, Lara snapped. And somewhere along the way, you started confusing attention with purpose. Harry shot to his feet, fists trembling, fury written across his face. You know what? I don't need this. Lara didn't move. Her voice stayed calm. Then why come back? He didn't answer. He just stood there, breathing hard, the cameras drinking in every crack in his composure, and Lara, eyes steady, delivered the final cut, because you thought you could control the story. But the story doesn't belong to you anymore. Asterisk, the studio had gone dead quiet, the air thick with something unnameable. The audience sat frozen, the crew mute in their headsets. Lara Spencer hadn't moved, her posture still, her face composed. Then another. Door slam. Prince Harry strode back in for the third time. But this time, the polish was gone. His tie hung loose, his sleeves shoved to his elbows, his hair a little wild. He didn't walk so much as charge, eyes blazing like a man who'd already lost and refused to admit it. No applause. No murmurs. Just silence. Lara didn't flinch. She turned her head slowly, meeting his stare. You came back. Harry stood at the edge of his chair, chest heaving. I'm not letting you rewrite who I am. Funny. Lara said evenly. That's exactly what I was about to say to you. He sat, hard, the weight of him rattling the desk. Fury rolled off him like heat from asphalt. Why are you here, Harry? She asked. He blinked. Excuse me? Why are you really here? Is it to promote Invictus, to talk mental health? Or just to punish everyone who didn't make you the main character of the monarchy? The words landed like glass breaking. I came here to talk about my work, Harry snapped. About veterans, about causes that matter, and yet... Lara cut in, calm but sharp. You've spent 90% of this interview defending yourself, not your work. He jabbed a finger at her, because you made it personal. No. Lara said, her voice steeled. You did. The moment you turned grief into a brand, trauma into a platform. Every stage, every memoir, every documentary you've made your story the product. Harry's jaw tightened. His voice wavered. You don't know what I've lost. I know, Lara said, soft enough to sting. You lost your mother. And ever since, you've been punishing the world for it. The studio held its breath. Harry froze, blinking hard. You blame the press. You blame the palace. You blame your family. But you never ask. Lara leaned forward. What part of this you chose? His eyes burned. I chose survival. You chose entitlement. She shot back. Harry shot to his feet again, face flushed. You don't get to talk to me like that. I just did, Lara said coolly. He spun toward the audience, voice rising. This whole thing is a setup. You don't want truth, you want spectacle. No, Lara countered, her tone knife sharp. We want honesty, not theatrics, not curated pain. Not this endless performance of nobility and exile. Harry's hands shook. You sound just like them. My brother, my father. Cold, calculated, obsessed with image. Or, Lara said, maybe I just know what accountability looks like. The silence hung like a blade. Tell me this, Harry, she pressed. Since your grandmother passed, have you once called your father? His face hardened. No answer. Spoken to William. He snapped. Don't you dare mock. I'm not. Mocking, Lara cut in. I'm asking, where's the line between healing and revenge? He slammed a hand against the chair. You think this is revenge? You think I wanted this life? No, Lara said flatly. I think you wanted power without responsibility. And when you couldn't have it in the palace, you built your own throne in Montecito. That ripped him open. His face turned crimson. You're disgusting. And you're unraveling, she replied. I came here in good faith. He shouted. You came here to control the narrative. Lara shot back. And when that failed, you did what you always do, played the victim. Harry lurched forward, hands gripping the desk, face inches from hers. His voice was raw. You think I'm weak? Lara's gaze didn't move. I think you're terrified of being ordinary. The silence was suffocating. Even the cameras seemed to hesitate. Harry's breath came ragged. He tore the mic from his collar, slammed it onto the desk. This is over, he growled. You don't deserve my words. You're right, Lara said softly. I deserve the truth, but you're too busy selling it to give it. He glared at her, trembling, then spun and stormed off his third exit. But no one in the room believed it would be his last. Asterisk, she sat motionless. Like a woman forced to endure the last act of a play she no longer respected. Harry didn't wait for applause, didn't wait to be introduced. He marched straight to the desk, planted himself over it, and said coldly, You think this is funny? Lara met his stare. No, I think it's sad. Sad. He scoffed. Oh, you've twisted! Every answer mocked everything I've said. What now? You want to parade around like you exposed some monster? Lara leaned back, unflinching. No, Harry, you exposed yourself. The audience groaned softly. Harry's hands hovered like he might flip the desk. You think you're above me? Because you're American media royalty. Because you smile at celebrities every morning while reading cue cards. Her voice stayed calm, steady. No, but I know the difference between a man who wants peace and a man who wants applause. You don't understand what I sacrificed. Harry's voice cracked with fury. What I gave up to protect my family. Then why? Lara shot back. Are you still cashing in on the title? Why are you wearing the crown in your brand when you claim to have dropped it in your heart? He stepped closer, teeth bared. You want to humiliate me? Is that it? I don't need to, she said evenly. You've done that yourself. His lip curled. You think I need the royal family? No, Lara replied. You need their shadow. Without it, you're just another celebrity with a Netflix contract and a microphone. The room seemed to vibrate with tension. You're cruel. Harry spat. You're careless, Lara returned. You're jealous. She actually laughed. Of what, exactly? Your public unraveling? Your belief the world owes you because you were born in a castle. His voice dropped to a hiss. You don't know what it's like to lose your mother to this media circus, and be forced to smile through it. Her eyes hardened instantly. Don't you dare use your mother as a shield from accountability. You're not 12 anymore, Harry. You're a grown man making choices and blaming everyone else when they go wrong. He jabbed a finger toward her. You've crossed a line. And you crossed it. She fired back when you turned family into content. A gasp rippled through the studio. Harry's face went white like he'd been slapped. I came here to talk about projects that matter. He tried weakly. No, Lara cut in. You came here expecting a red carpet. But I'm not palace staff, and this isn't a PR tour. This is journalism, and I've had enough. Harry staggered back, disbelief painted across his face. You can't speak to me like that. She rose, tall and unshakable. I just did. And now I'm asking you live, on air to leave. The studio froze. Even the cameraman stopped breathing. You're kicking me off, Harry asked. I'm ending the performance, Lara said. This studio is not your therapy stage. He ripped the mic from his collar, the clip snapping in two. He slammed it against the desk, plastic cracking under the blow. You'll regret this, he whispered. Lara looked directly into the camera. I already don't. Harry stormed off the set. No turning back this time. The silence that followed was unbearable. Then Lara straightened her blazer, faced the nation, and spoke. Asterisk, asterisk, that was Prince Harry. He asked for honesty. We gave it. To him, what you just saw wasn't bullying. It wasn't cruelty. It was accountability. And when faced with it, he walked away. Some believe royal blood makes you untouchable. But on this stage, only character earns protection. Asterisk, asterisk, she folded her hands, steady as stone. We'll be back in a moment. The screen cut to black dot, and just like that, Prince Harry became the first royal ever asked to leave a live American. Morning show. It wasn't about titles anymore. It wasn't about trauma or truth. It was about ego, and America had just watched it collapse in real time.